What is going on YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and today we are going to bring back Zekrom with Zamazenta this time. If everything went according to plan, the last video was Zekrom and Solgaleo. Now we are bringing the shield in the ideal dragon. So, we are going to be running Zamazenta Crowned with Behemoth Bash, Close Combat, Protect, and Howl. Originally I was thinking about running coaching on Zamazenta, but I decided to opt for Howl because Howl boosts Zamazenta's attack stat as well. The main idea here is I want Zamazenta to do something aside from just be completely supportive. So we have Howl here to boost its attack along with its partner, whether that be Landorus, whether that be Grimmsnarl, or most importantly, whether that be Zekrom. Zamazenta cannot Dynamax, which means Landorus and Zekrom are on deck. Also Tapu Fini, but Tapu Fini doesn't care about Howl boosts. We have Tapu Fini on here for setting Misty Terrain to protect from statuses, Sleep Powders from Venusaur, Spore from Amoonguss. It's all annoying. We don't want to deal with that. We also don't want to deal with burns because most of this team is physical. Zamazenta's physical, Zekrom's physical, Landorus is physical. Grimmsnarl, although it is technically support, is physical. We don't want to deal with that. We also have Froslass for a little bit of support. The idea here that I was thinking was we have Icy Wind on Froslass and a Focus Sash. We have Cursed Body. Maybe we get lucky. Froslass survives an attack. Cursed Body procs. You know, we take a Behemoth Blade. Zacian can't use Behemoth Blade because it gets disabled. Might be fun. We have Icy Wind for a little bit of speed control. We have Will-O-Wisp. Most importantly, though, we have Ice Shard on here to proc Zekrom's weakness policy because I really want that dragon to go burr. The last Zekrom video there, Solgaleo did 90% of the work. Zekrom got to throw in a Bolt Strike, but that was really all Zekrom kind of did. That video, despite trying to be a Zekrom video, was more of a Solgaleo video. So I'm hoping to redeem Zekrom in this matchup today. Now that I've said that, though, Landorus is probably going to come to every single game and sweep everything. But hey, let's jump into the campaign to entertain and find out, shall we? Hey, so I am back for a quick second because I had some issues with OBS that I didn't realize until after I filmed the majority of this video, and there's no game audio coming in, so I'm going to edit in some music there, but if things sound a little off, that's why. That said, the first two matches are really, really solid. I might be a little bit biased in that because, you know, it's my YouTube video. But hey, anyways, they're still staying in there. I'm just going to edit in some music there. Back to the battles. Okay, we have a Solgaleo Palkia team with Amoonguss, Sylveon, Celesteela, and Regieleki. Alright, so chances are that's probably support Regieleki, but if it's max Regieleki, I would not mind them setting Electric Terrain for my Zekrom, but highly unlikely. Good news though, they don't have Intimidate. I'm kind of curious to see what the Celesteela is doing, if it's going to be Meteor Beam / Weakness Policy, Dynamax Celesteela, or Support Celesteela. That said, Zekrom puts good pressure on that. We have Airstream on this Zekrom instead of Rockfall, so we can probably do a good amount of damage to Amoonguss. Let's see. Grimmsnarl is not terrible here. We could set up screens. I'm wondering maybe if Palkia is the weakness policy, because Sylveon having Quick Attack could set that off. So Palkia might actually be their weakness policy mon. Solgaleo could be a Solvested maybe. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's bring Zekrom and Zamazenta as our lead. We'll bring Fini in the back, and we'll bring Grimmsnarl. I'm thinking we're going to play to Howl instead of our own weakness policy, especially if they bring Solgaleo. The other thing, too, is if they go for a Wyrmwind, they could set off my weakness policy for me that way, so it wouldn't be too terrible. Now, they do have Palkia and Amoonguss, so I'm wondering if it's Trick Room Palkia, so we might be a little bit faster than Palkia, which could be nice. To keep my bases covered, I think what I'm going to do I think I'm going to set Electric Terrain and go for Howl. I think that might be what I do here instead of going for Wyrmwind. So I think we'll get big. We're going to target into the Palkia slot on the off chance they go for damage. And we're going to go for Howl. I'm pretty sure they're going to Rage Powder, but on the off chance that they don't. Safety Goggles would have been nice on Zekrom too, now that I'm thinking about it, because I could just avoid Rage Powders and get out of the Palkia situation like this. So that's food for thought if I want to try this out and be a more dedicated Howl support. Slash coaching support for Zekrom. And play to that style instead of weakness policy, but on the off chance, we'll find out. They do go for the Rage Powder, that's fine. This was just to keep our bases covered, because now they can't go for what's it called? Spore. I don't know why that was hard, but yeah, I don't know. I might be a little flustered. For some reason, OBS really did not want to load for me earlier today. It took me about half an hour to get the game to actually show up, so fun times. We took about half of Amoonguss's health. They do set the Trick Room. I'm not opposed to that. What we could do here is Zekrom's gonna go before Zamazenta, because Zamazenta is 1 point faster, so we probably end up hitting Amoonguss here, but on the off chance that they just switch out Amoonguss and try to preserve it, we do that. Zamazenta's got good amounts of bulk. I think what we can maybe do is we can go for Howl. That'll get Zamazenta itself up to +2. Yeah, they're just going to Rage Powder. They're staying small with Palkia, which is nice, so. As much damage as that was, I'm okay with that. We get our weakness policy. Zekrom's up to +4. Let's go. We're going to get rid of Amoonguss here. Maybe what we can do here is we can target into the Palkia slot with Zamazenta. Yeah, maybe we do that and try to bait out an attack. Yeah, I think maybe we can do that. Let Zamazenta deal with whatever comes in here as Palkia's partner. Question is what's it going to be? That Spatial Rend also did a lot. And I don't think I saw a Life Orb recoil. I'll have to take a look at Palkia's HP. Who is this? Sylveon, okay. Yeah, that's probably a weakness policy coming my way. I think they max Palkia this turn. I think they go for a quick attack. What do we got for Trick Room? We got 3 turns of Trick Room left, and we have Fini and Grimmsnarl. So I think we're safe to max guard, and I really do think Palkia gets big here. Let's do it. Let's go for the Behemoth Bash into Palkia. Because I think if they do max, this is going to be more than close combat, despite close combat being neutral. Because Behemoth Bash will double in power, so that's a base 200 Steel-type move. We have Stab. We're at +2. It should be a lot of damage. And plus, if I called this right, I'm going to dodge Max Wyrmwind into Zekrom. They're going to protect with Sylveon, that's great. Now if they max Quake into Zamazenta, I kind of deserve that, but so far so good. Nope, they just went for a Wyrmwind. So, let's find out how much damage we can do to Palkia here with Behemoth Bash. Also, I really like this animation. It's a shame Zamazenta's not used as much as Zacian, because that animation's cool too. No, that also did not do a lot of damage either. That said, what I could do, I could switch Zekrom out, forego all of our boosts, and bring in Grimmsnarl. Because what I'm thinking is they might go for another Wyrmwind. And if they do, I could bring in either Fini or Grimm. Which I would actually like to get Grimm in here because I can get my screens. I think we're going to Behemoth Bash into Sylveon this time. They went for Protect there. We'll switch out Zekrom. We'll bring in Grimm. And then this way too, assuming they don't go for a neutral attack into the... Oh, that hurts. 2 HP. Okay. That was a crit. Throat Spray. Okay. So, fun stuff. You can't knock it. There's a Max Player coming into Zamazenta, and that's not good. That said, we are bulky. We are a bulky dog. Alright. So. We're going to hit this Sylveon, get rid of it. I must have put the fear into them about their Palkia for doing damage. We got rid of Sylveon, that's nice. We'll set Light Screen. The nice thing too is we do still have Zekrom in the back. Solgaleo is coming out. Yeah, we'll set Light Screen here. We have Tapu Fini, which is not the best to be dealing with Solgaleo, but we'll make do. I don't think Zamazenta gets to live, even if I protect, but... No, we'll attempt a close combat into Palkia. At least this way our bases are covered with getting our Light Screen. I have Fini. I can Calm Mind. I also have a Wiki Berry on Fini. Dealing with Solgaleo might be a little bit of a problem, but I have no super effective attacks to hit it anyways. They're gonna give me max... They're gonna give me Rain, so... Yeah, there's no way I survive that, but... It is what it is. We have Rain on our favor now. Zekrom went slower than Palkia under the Trick Room too. They're also Pressure Palkia. So... We could try to hit them. I think maybe we go Bolt Strike into Solgaleo. Because Bolt Strike would hit hard. And Fini can always go for Moonblast into Palkia. Fini's Scald is actually going to be getting a benefit too, so... Yeah, we could do that. The question is Zekrom faster or slower than their Palkia? Actually, let's Calm Mind and Protect. Because I think Palkia might even Protect this turn too, and if they do, that's awesome. My Fini is moderately bulky, so... What I'm thinking is, if I can get a Calm Mind boost, that should let Fini put pressure on Solgaleo and not have to worry about Palkia's special attacks. And on the off chance that they go Spatial Rend into Zekrom, all the better. Okay, so they do go Spatial Rend into Zekrom. Phineas... Oh, maybe they went Trick Room again with Solgaleo. If they did, that's not good for Zekrom. Yeah, they did. Okay, so they have Trick Room on both of them. That's good to know. So... We're going to Moonblast you. We're going to attempt a Bolt Strike. The fact that they had Trick Room on Solgaleo makes me think they're also a slower variant as far as their EVs go, so we'll see how well this goes. We also have our +1 special attack. We're going to get rid of Palkia, that's awesome. Fini's also at full HP too, so Solgaleo. Oh, there's a Wild Charge. That did not do as much as I thought it would. Oh, we missed the Bolt Strike though. That is rough. Okay, we're gonna go Scald. We're gonna attempt the Bolt Strike again. Get a bit of damage into Solgaleo. That's a lot of damage, actually. Come on, Fini. Can you live this? Zekrom couldn't, but that's alright. We're slower than the Solgaleo. We're going to get our Wiki Berry. We have the rain working in our favor, too. How many turns do we have left, though? That's the real question. This is the last turn of rain, so they might try to stall it out. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Maybe they didn't have Protect. I was really expecting them to stall out the rain there, because then Fini would have had less damage there, and Wild Charge's recoil. Well, Wild Charge probably still would have taken out Fini there, and then they would have won, but hey, I'm okay with that. Good game to my opponent. Zekrom was off to a much better start than it was in the last video. Let's look for another match. Okay, we have a Calyrex Kyogre team with Rillaboom, Indeedee, Snorlax, and Landorus. Alright, so Zekrom likes the Kyogre, but not much else on this team. We also got to be careful with Indeedee using Follow Me to redirect Ice Shard if we want to lead Froslass. I think it's a Grimmsnarl and Zekrom kind of lead, potentially. I think getting speed into Zekrom is going to be really handy here. They could have Trick Room on that Calyrex, though, to help Snorlax, which is not good for us. We'll bring Zamazenta in the back. Do I think Froslass helps? Maybe? I don't think so, though. Really, I mean, Icy Wind might not be bad. Icy Wind wouldn't hurt with Landorus and Calyrex. It doesn't really help with Rillaboom, though. But we do have Will-O-Wisp, so, you know what? We'll try Froslass in the back. Hopefully it works out. We'll see, though. Yeah. We're putting a lot of pressure on Zekrom here. That said, at least Zamazenta can slowly build up its attacking power. Landorus and Indeedee is not something I want to see, but I can deal with. One thing that I can do too, I can always Spirit Break my own Zekrom if I have to. I don't want to, but I could. I also don't mind taking a Max Quake into Zekrom. Honestly, I think Wyrmwind into Indeedee is not bad. Actually, we're gonna go Airstream into Indeedee, and then we're gonna Wyrmwind into it. Yeah, they're gonna max Landorus. If they max Quake my Zekrom, I get my weakness policy. And that's okay at the end of the day. But what I think they do is, I think they Airstream my Grimmsnarl. They might Helping Hand, which is not ideal. But if we get an Airstream boost into Zekrom, and we start going for Wyrmwinds, we can make Landorus a lot more manageable, especially with the Reflect Up. So, yeah, they're going to go Helping Hand. We're going to go for our Reflect. This makes me wonder if they are going Max Quake into my Zekrom. No, it's Airstream. Okay, so that's fine. The Reflect's going to keep us alive. And that's what matters right there, is we get to stay alive. Scary Facing Landorus might help us too. Yeah. Getting a Scary Facing Landorus might not be bad. But if they go Follow Me, that's the thing. We'll set up our second screen. And we'll go Wyrmwind into Indeedee. And then that way we lower Landorus's attack. If we get Indeedee off the field, that lets us bring in Froslass and bring in the Ice Shard to reset our weakness policy. Or rather, to set off our weakness policy, give our attack stat a better boost. This has got to be Zekrom, because I don't see why you would go for Helping Hand into a 37 HP Grimmsnarl. Yeah, that's Max Quake right there. Okay. That said, as much as that hurt, I'm okay with this. Because now we're going to get our weakness policy. That might be enough to get rid of Indeedee with our Wyrmwind. And we can lower Landorus' attack all at the same time. So, silver lining. We get an attack drop into Landorus. We can also Scary Face them. It's White Herb, okay. We can Scary Face the Landorus. And Wyrmwind whatever comes in. It's Shadow Rider, okay. I don't dislike that. Because we can definitely guarantee our speed over Landorus. We can Wyrmwind. And then we can also get to do big damage into Calyrex. Now, Calyrex protects, that's perfectly fine. We'll still hit through it. Landorus will have its attack dropped one stage. No protect on Calyrex, which is great. Okay. We're going to get our Wyrmwind. I'm assuming this is Focus Sashed. Yeah, that looks Focus Sashed. That said, we can Ice Shard the Calyrex with Froslass. We held on with Grimmsnarl. That's nice. Yeah. Okay, so we lose Zekrom here. What are our options? We can bring in Froslass and Icy Wind. We can't Ice Shard Calyrex, actually, because we still have Psychic Terrain on the field. So, Zamazenta is probably our better bet. So, they're at -1 with Landorus. I think they switch out Landorus here. So, if they don't, I can Scary Face again in Behemoth Bash. But that makes sense. Reset the attack drop into Landorus. Rillaboom's nice because now I can Ice Shard that Calyrex. And they do protect, okay, so that's perfectly fine. Rillaboom's going to take a speed drop. Not that that really matters here. So... what do I want to do? I would love to scary face the Calyrex on the off chance that they somehow survive. And I want to Howl with Zamazenta. I think I take a fake out with... no, I don't. Okay, so... I think I'm maybe taking a high horsepower on Zamazenta here. It's... never mind. We just take a Grassy Glide. They are that much slower than my Grimmsnarl. Oh yeah, because we got them with the scary face, that's why. Okay, that's okay. So... how well do I take this? I take that moderately well, all things considered. So, we know Calyrex has to protect. We could Icy Wind and Behemoth Bash. We also know Landorus had the White Herb as an item, so what we could do, we can go Icy Wind, because Froslass is going to be faster than Calyrex, and we can Behemoth Bash Rillaboom. We probably take a Grassy Glide. A knockoff could be bad, but not the end of the world. Let's see. We are putting a lot of... we're banking a lot on Zamazenta here. That said, Landorus coming in here is really nice, because it's about to take an Icy Wind, and this is only resetting us back to neutral. Yeah, this is setting us back to neutral, so. Okay. Also, that was not enough to put Froslass down to its Focus Sash, which is good to know. That's a lot of damage into Landorus, too. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. How much are we doing to Rillaboom? Is this enough? If this is enough, we are in a very good position here. It's enough. Nice. Okay. So, we know Calyrex has the Protect. Does Landorus have Protect? What I want to do, I really want to Ice Shard that Landorus. And I really want to Behemoth Bash into Calyrex. Now, if they Earthquake me, that's okay. Assuming I pick up the KO with the Ice Shard. That said, this is a 0 IV attack Froslass, so it might not. Who am I kidding? We got it. That's nice. Okay. Froslass paid off here. We're going to take the Astral Barrage like a champ, because we are a Zamazenta. We are a tank with legs. And also, insult to injury, we just disabled their Astral Barrage with Cursed Body. Yeah, okay. Froslass was the MVP for this match here. And we're going to finish this off with a nice Behemoth Bash. Yeah, okay. Goodbye, Calyrex. The king just got knocked off its horse by a giant shield. Yeah, okay. So, that could have been risky if they had gone for Protect, or if they had Protect on Landorus. But we lucked out in that favor that they didn't go for it. So, the Icy Wind did a lot of damage, and the Ice Shard was more than enough to take it off. Really what I should have did earlier was try to get rid of the Psychic Terrain so that I could have Ice Sharded the Calyrex earlier. So that is one thing to keep in mind, is watch your terrains, especially if you want to attack with Ice Shard. And also watch for Follow Me too, because self-proccing, that can be a problem too. But anyways, good game to my opponent. Okay, we have a Zacian Shadow Rider Calyrex team. They've got Zarina, Chandelure, Nilego, and Whimsicott. Alright, so it's been a while since I've seen a Chandelure. This might not go well. Yeah, okay. So, I wish I had Max Quick on Zekrom, but I don't. I'm not too worried about the priority moves getting shut down from Zarina. We can always Icy Wind with Froslass. Yeah, we can always Icy Wind with Froslass. I think what we're going to do here is maybe... I think maybe we're going to lead with Landorus, potentially. I don't mind having a fake, or not a fake out, but no, I think we're going to bring Landorus in the back. I think then that way we can always switch in Intimidate if we want to. I think Zamazenta might not be terrible here. Steel moves into Nilego aren't bad. It's not bad into Whimsicott. I mean, those are... Whimsicott is not super aggressive. It's more support, but it's still not a bad thing. Yeah, that's where my train of thought is going there. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. So, Zarina and Calyrex. Now, the nice thing here is I can Icy Wind an Airstream, or I can Ice Shard. Actually, I can Ice Shard Airstream, which is even better. I think that's what we're probably going to do. I think we're going to Airstream into the Zarina slot. And we're going to Ice Shard ourselves. We're going to reveal the Ice Shard, but that's okay. If we get rid of Zarina, we can Ice Shard, Calyrex, break a Sash, and then go from there. Plus, we get speed, which is nice. They're going to Dynamax too, so that's good to know. At least we don't have to worry about Astral Barrage coming our way. Now, Silver Lining. I do get my weakness policy, and I get to stay at +2. If we get rid of Zarina here, we get to pretty much enjoy having priority Ice Shard. We can always go for Icy Wind. We'll be faster than Calyrex too next turn. So, I don't think that's a bad spot. We just gotta hope that Calyrex isn't strong enough to take out Zekrom. That's the biggest thing. It all goes downhill as Zekrom goes down. They have Max Quake, but that's coming off a Mud Shot, so we are going to live that. We are physical Zekrom as well. Now, one thing that's a little disappointing, though, is they did hit me with a super effective move, meaning I could have gone for an Icy Wind instead, but it is what it is. We're going to see that thing go down. So, what do we want to do now? Because that was a lot of damage into Zekrom off that Mud Shot. Okay, so Whimsicott's coming in. I think maybe what we'll do, well, Max Guard, well, Icy Wind, and that should offset Tailwind. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because the Tailwind was a pretty obvious play here. They're going to Max Quake into Zekrom again. That's perfectly fine. We're going to get our Icy Wind. That took half a Whimsicott's health. That's awesome. So, we have an Airstream boost. They're slower. Do I think we can still outspeed them? We're going to Icy Wind, hit the Whimsicott. They're still faster than us with Calyrex, unfortunately, but at least Froslass is going to get rid of Whimsicott. Yeah, okay. So, +2 special defense on Calyrex. Not great, but we did burn one of their max moves with Max Guard. We just need to hit this Icy Wind here. Whimsicott's going to hold on now because of the Max Quake boost. That's perfectly fine. They're at -2. They're going to break my Sash, but I don't really care about that too much. We have Landorus. We can bring in Zamazenta. Zamazenta is going to be able to take on Calyrex. Which is a weird sentence when you think about it, but Calyrex is going to get small. We can Ice Shard Whimsicott. We do have physical attackers in the back, which is nice. So those Max Quake boosts aren't going to get in our way too bad. We're going to Behemoth Bash into Calyrex. We're going to Ice Shard the Whims. And the nice thing too is when their Tailwind wears off, their Calyrex is going to be slower than Landorus. And Zamazenta. The +1 special attack is a little concerning though. Because this thing can hit like a truck. But we should be fine here. They know I have the Ice Shard too, so this should be okay. Helping Hand. Oh, that might not be good for Zamazenta. That might not be good at all. Wait, what? What? Helping Hand into Protect. That doesn't store. That does not get stored. Alright. I'm fine with that. So, I'm pretty sure this is the last turn of their Tailwind. Their max is done too. I don't mind the Nihilego because we have Landorus in the back. And this is their last turn of Tailwind, so we're going to protect. And we're going to protect. We're going to stall that Tailwind. Yeah. I also want to Behemoth Bash that Nihilego really badly. There's the Meteor Beam. That's great. Now, are they playing 4D chess and not have a Power Herb anticipating Protects? No, they're not. Alright, let's see. So, Froslass dodges that. We're going to dodge the Astral Barrage. Now we're faster. They're both at +1 special attack, which is concerning. That said, we're going to Behemoth Bash you. And we are going to... Froslass is still at +1 speed. That's nice. Yeah, we're going to Icy Wind. Just on the off chance that Nihilego is weirdly fast. So, I don't remember its base speed. I think it's like 103 or something like that. But that's just a little bit of insurance for Landorus. And it's a little bit of chip into Calyrex too. We're going to get the Behemoth Bash off there. Landorus just comes in and Earthquakes. I'm pretty happy with that. So, we're going to hit you. Not quite enough to KO, but that's fine. I don't mind the Psy Shock. Yeah. Landorus just comes in and Earthquakes. You know, Lego is 4 times weak to ground. And Calyrex is moderately low, so we just come in and we Earthquake. Do we live this? We do. Nice. Okay. Calyrex faints to its own life orb, so Zamazenta did good. Bring in Landorus. And then, let's see. So, they're a +2 special attack. They revealed Psyshock and Meteor Beam. Who is faster? Zamazenta or Landorus is faster. Okay, so we're going to Earthquake and Protect. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to clean up quite nicely here. And the opponent forfeits, so that worked out pretty good. Good game to my opponent. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this Zamazenta and Zekrom team in action. I had a lot of fun with it here. We played 3 good matches. It took a little while to get to them, but hey, we get to pull off 3 wins with Zamazenta. Game 1, we played the restricted pairing of Solgaleo and Palkia. We got to show off Zamazenta's Howl tech with Zekrom. Zekrom also got its weakness policy activated by the opposing Palkia. We got rid of Amoonguss with Zekrom. We got rid of Sylveon with Zamazenta. Not much of a milestone for a pair of restricteds, but half of that pair is Zamazenta. It's super passive. Tapu Fini ended up cleaning up that game there with Moonblast into Palkia and getting some Scalds into Solgaleo. It also helped that we had the rain in our favor. Game 2, we played against Shadow Rider and Kyogre with Landorus and Indeedee. We got to hold the control good with Dynamax Zekrom there with Max Wyrmwinding Indeedee. We also found out that Landorus had the White Herb item there, so we were able to mess with its attack stat there. Grimmsnarl was able to slow it down. We had our own Airstream into Indeedee, and then it boiled down to Froslass taking over. We got Icy Winds off into Calyrex. We slowed down Rillaboom. We basically took out their Landorus with Froslass by Ice Sharding it and getting Icy Wind in there. Like, we took about half of its health with Icy Wind alone, which was nice, and then we got to pick it off with Ice Shard, and then Zamazenta got to come in and knock Calyrex off of its horse with a Behemoth Bash. So that was a thing. And then finally, Game 3, we ended up playing another Shadow Rider team, this time with Zacian. We ended up having to lose Calyrex, or lose Zacian to Calyrex's Max Quakes, but we got to slow it down with Froslass there. And then basically we got to control the game with Icy Wind off of Froslass. We got rid of Whimsicott. We had Lego and Calyrex as the final 2 Mons, which was easy enough for Landorus to come in and clean up with Earthquake. So overall, that was a pretty solid game too. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this because I have had quite the day with OBS there. Like I mentioned right before the first match, 2 games got recorded without sound. Didn't realize it until I was going into that 3rd game that we ended up playing there. Fun times. It also took me half an hour to get the game to actually come up on my screen, so it's just that kind of a day. Anyways, I hope you guys appreciated that on the campaign to entertain. I will see you guys with a new team next time.